Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Poetically Christian, and welcome to another edition of Should Christians Play? The series where we go between the lines of the ESRB to answer the questions, should a Christian play? And is this game right for me? Hi guys, my name is Derek. I'm a legally blind preacher. And if you like this kind of thing, we do these Christian reviews, Let's Play Fridays, Bible sermons on Wednesdays, all the time, guys. If you don't want to miss any of our future reviews or content, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel on Poetically Christian and give us a like, as it helps our ministry immensely if it helps you guys. And if you're watching over on Twitch, hit that follow button. You'll be able to join us when we are live. Today, guys, in time for the spooky season, we're going to review stuff for the Xbox Series X, guys. We're going to review this game like we always do on two fronts. Is the game physically accessible for the blind, low vision, deaf and hard of hearing, motor disabled, and is the game morally accessible for a Christian to play, guys? So we'll first of all jump into the physical accessibility. How accessible is this game to play for the low vision blind? That's what we're starting, because that's the spectrum I come from. Well, for accessibility features, there isn't a whole lot going on for this game. The text size is pretty decent size, I will give it that, and the menus are a pretty decent contrast as far as being able to read them, so that's something going for it as well. There is no menu narration for this game, and there's no way of adjusting anything visually on this game whatsoever. So you're gonna be playing this game with a pair of headphones and relying on your ears quite a bit. It is a shooter-based game, almost like a Call of Duty Zombies mode style game, where you play as a teddy bear who is defending your little girl owner in her bedroom at night as her toys come to life and try to attack her, try to break down her bedroom door and try to get to her. And your job as Teddy is to defend her from all these nightmarish toys. So it basically turns out to be a first-person shooter, and it's your typical COD controls. You have your melee attack, you have your crouch, you have your shoot, you have your zoom in, your sights, and you of course have your grenade throw, which in this is a popcorn grenade. So, but you're going to rely on your ears a lot to know where the enemies are coming for. It's not an impossible game to play for the blind and low vision, but it is more difficult than it needs to be from a modern game like this. So unfortunately for the low vision blind, there isn't very much as far as accessibility features go. For the deaf and hard of hearing, there is basic subtitles in this game, but again, nothing overtly needed, especially in a modern game. And for the motor disabled, there is very limited button remapping, basically being able to control the sensitivity of your sticks and certain button placements and things like that. No complete button remapping like you would want in the game. So again, average, maybe below average for a game from this time period. So overall, for the physical accessibility, I would have to give the game a C- to a D. Just really, for a modern game, it has nothing really going for it, very little to offer as far as accessibility goes, physical accessibility. So what about the moral accessibility? Is this game morally accessible for a Christian to play? Well, that's what we're going to look at here now. Heading into the spooky season, you know, a lot of times Christians don't have a whole lot to play, as you know, some of the horror-esque games are not very Christian-friendly to play. But I am happy to report that this game is safe to play for Christians. They've got an ESRB rating of E10+, and there's really nothing in this game. There's no blasphemy, there's no language in this game. There's no blood or gore in this game. The only violence that's in the game is where you shoot and use your little weapons against these toys and they'll get destroyed. And of course, you take damage as they attack you, and your little bear gets ripped in certain areas and things like that. But it's virtually a very awesome game to play for this time of year, for the spooky time of year, as it's a safe game to play for Christians. I really have nothing against it, and I never thought I would be saying that, especially when it comes to a horror style game. But this really is safe to play. There's, like I said, no overtly bad violence in the game. There's no blasphemy in the game, no profanity in the game, no nudity in the game. It is a clean game, guys. So for moral Christian accessibility, I would have to give this game an A. So unfortunately, the physical accessibility doesn't hold up its end, but the moral Christian accessibility does. And so I'm going to show you guys what this game looks like. I'm not very good at this at all, but I want to show you what it looks like in practice so you can kind of be the gauge and judge of what you think about this game. So here we go. It's a pretty fun game. As you have your little, you'll find out you have your little waves of guys that come. Hear them walking? There we go. The music's pretty cool. Kind of got the creepy vibe that you want. So our little popcorn grenade so you can see what that looks like. Oh, we got taken down. Yeah, just gonna want to show you guys, and then it'll show you what happens here. We'll try one more time. I just want to kind of give you guys a gauge of what the game looks like, so you know whether you want to play this or not. Gives you a good, kind of estimate of what the game looks like, plays like. Oh no. Ooh. Oh. And as you see, guys, you go wave by wave here. Like I said, it's kind of like your wave 2. Kind of like your Call of Duty zombies here is the best thing I know to compare it to. I find the game pretty fun. Ooh. Oh, they got me. I ran out. I couldn't reload. But anyhow, guys, that gives you kind of a good estimation as you see your little guy. It tells you what you get taken out by. And things like that. That's is it. And then it'll show you a little cutscene if you don't defend your room. This is them trying to get into the bedroom. Thought she heard something. Yeah, so just kind of got the Five Nights at Freddy's thing going on a little bit in its theme, and the gameplay is kind of like Call of Duty Zombies, and so it's an interesting game. And like I said, as you saw, no overt violence in this, no profanity, nothing egregious in this whatsoever, guys. So I would give this game an A for Christian accessibility. The little ones might get a little scared of it, so you might want to think about that, but if you are a little maturer in your walk with God, and you're mature in this life a little bit, I have no problems recommending this game for a nice game to play for the spooky season, guys. So overall, I give for physical accessibility stuffed a D, C- to D, as there's not much there. Virtually nothing for the low vision blind. You have to rely on your ears pretty well. The menus are nice and easy to read, as you can see things on here, but that's about all it has going for it. Subtitles very limited, and button remapping very limited for the motor disabled. But as far as the moral Christian accessibility, there's nothing overtly egregious in this game, guys, so I can give this a good recommendation. If you've been looking for a good horror game to play for the spooky season, you've got one. Check out Stuffed. This has been another edition of Should Christians Play? If you enjoyed this and it helped you guys, go ahead and give us a like on the videos. It helps our ministry immensely, guys. And if you would not like to miss any of our future reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You won't miss anything that we do, guys. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button to join us when we're live. This has been another edition of Should Christians Play, the series where we go between the lines of the ESRB to answer the questions, should a Christian play? And is this game accessible for me? I love you guys. God loves you. And until the next one, bless wishes.